Warning, this podcast may contain adult language that is not suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, this podcast may contain spoilers, so if you're not into that sort of thing, you might want to skedaddle. Guys, welcome to Nakamacast. It's been a minute since we've all been together. How you guys been?
I've been good.
It hasn't been a minute.
It's been a while.
On the show.
It's been at least
the whole
a
reason
minute.
we haven't done the show is because we've been all together.
It's been a whole minute.
So we actually just finished recording for Weekday One Up. If you don't know what that is somehow, oh my God, we're in the Weekday One Up studio, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're accidentally recording in the wrong place. It's not an
Because-
accident.
Because Nate had to go do something.
I had D&D yesterday.
Nate's-
Nerd. Call me
Join
Nerd
us,
Drew.
Nerd.
Nerd.
I killed some assholes with magic missile. That's what it is.
You couldn't
My
even
God.
say it right.
I would say
Magic. I killed him with magic.
So we got things to talk about. Warning really quick, none of it's going to be about new episodes of anime coming out because we're
We've all-
not caught up.
we've all
Drew
been
might be
slacking.
caught
I'm
up.
caught up.
Drew's like, I'm
always
caught up.
caught
You're caught
I'm in the
Tokyo
gym. I'm caught up on my
I didn't
anime.
watch the
I'm
episode
caught up
for
on
today.
everything.
I've been at work.
Tokyo Ghoul didn't have an episode come out today.
Parasite did.
I knew that.
Parasite.
I said Tokyo Ghoul.
Why'd you say Tokyo Ghoul? If it comes out tomorrow.
Because he's
doesn't
dumb.
Because I haven't seen episode 6.
it? Oh, well, I've seen it. That came out last week.
Yeah,
You
We
haven't
were
seen
at the
that?
con
What
when
are
it
you
came
doing?
out.
we were. Drew wasn't.
What about the episode that came out?
First of all, they come out on Wednesdays. We were at our Thursdays. We were not at a con when it came out. We were when episode 6 came out.
Yeah, that's the episode.
7
that we
should be out.
right now.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
It's on 2 episodes.
Tomorrow 7?
Yeah.
What happened to the last one? No,
Oh.
okay, because look, 5 was already out when we left for...
I watched 5.
Yeah, we watched 5. We left for Milwaukee.
On
That's the
Thursday.
day 6 came out.
Mhm.
Then,
Well, what
the
happened?
next Thursday,
Did you see
7
six?
should have been out.
I haven't seen that.
So,
I,
so
have
eight's
you
about
So
to
it
be
should
this
be
week.
8
Have you
coming
seen
out.
6?
No,
You haven't
No.
seen 6, 7, or 8?
No.
That's about to come out
so 8's the
tomorrow.
one that's about to come out, right?
And you haven't seen 6.
I haven't seen anything, Drew. I'm completely...
What's the last thing you saw? Maybe I'm as far behind as you. I don't know.
5.
There's
What
sirens
happened
going
in your
by,
episode?
we don't live
Oh,
in the ghetto.
it was when they first fought. He first fought with the. Oh, it's when the owl comes down at the end.
That's how. Oh, yeah, I'm ahead of you then. Okay.
I'm caught, except for today's episode, I'm caught up on Parasite, but that's just because I worked today and then came straight here. I didn't have a chance to watch
All right, well, what are we talking about?
Don't touch the desk.
I
We've
did that
got,
just
we've got
to make
some
a noise.
news, nerdy
Oh.
news.
Nate wanted to do something first. I know Dakota's got a lot written down, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you guys already knew, unfortunately.
My
But if in case you don't,
How could we have not known? It's been
It's huge.
literally everywhere.
I don't know.
Go.
Okay.
What is he talking
The
Power Rangers.
the Power Ranger thing.
Oh! I just saw it
No
today.
one
It
texted
just
me
came
about
out
it, so I
today.
It
figured
just
no
came
one
out
knew.
2 days ago.
It came
Oh,
out.
2
No, it
days
came
ago.
out yesterday. I thought.
No, it came out 2
Oh,
days
okay.
ago.
Well,
I thought you said. Never mind.
the his name's Joseph Kahn. I think he says his last name's Kahn. He's a director, and he came out with his own kind of fan thing of Power Rangers. Now, this is rated R Power Rangers.
Really
Oh,
gritty.
yeah.
Really gritty, bloody, F word here and there. The Power Rangers you've always wanted, pretty much.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's done epically. It's just a short film. It's about 14 and a half minutes. And go watch it, like, right now. Seriously, because it's getting a lot of hate from...
It might get taken
It's
It
down.
might
hate?
get take, not hate.
Not hate, it's getting heat.
It's getting heat, sorry, is what I meant.
For what?
From
copyright.
Power Rangers.
For the people that own it.
Yeah,
Really?
they didn't have rights to do this movie.
They went into this without rights?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Those guys did it.
a bridge doesn't have rights, and they do Dragon Ball Z.
I think this blew up way bigger than what they were expecting. I think normally with YouTube you can put something like this out and it's okay without the copyright
How did
consent. But this blew up. When I watched it, it had 5 million views. That was
It's got
yesterday.
James Vanderbeek in it. Like he's decently...
Well, the crazy thing is, how
Dawson's
would you
Creek.
not think it'd blow up? Because literally, you're pledging to the perfect audience right now. Because everyone that is of
Our
age to
age,
watch
yeah,
this,
watch
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's...
watch Power Rangers as kids. And a few years before us, and Power Rangers has had a new series come out every single
Since
year since we were kids.
Yeah.
it has like 30 seasons. I don't know how many. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but again, I think it's stupid that they're getting copyright issues for it. Because I don't think they were doing it for profit. They're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Is what it was. Everyone, I think, was doing it for fun. And I think it's stupid that they're getting a bunch of
Flack
for it.
Speaking of live movies or live things, Dakota, I actually need to show you this afterwards, but
Yeah.
a Dragon Ball live action series has started
On YouTube.
on YouTube. That's really well done.
Looks awesome.
Puts Evolution to shame.
A fan-made thing puts
it
a
looked good.
Hollywood movie to shame.
Yeah. I feel really bad
Good
for
job.
it because the Power Ranger movie came out the day before.
know.
So everybody's looking at that and nobody's looking at this Dragon Ball thing.
There was also that Dragon Ball thing, Goku with GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, you watched that one?
I did. I went to watch the Dragon Ball one, but then like something came up. I had to pee or something.
Oh, I had to pee. I don't watch things after I pee.
I'll just watch it while I pee.
Ew.
Wow.
Wow. You have
I'll
some
watch it why I pee.
You have some crazy trust in your hand. You standing there. Could drop it.
I watch stuff while I poop.
Well, I'll do that.
All
I'm
right.
secure.
Okay, anyway, there's an awesome Dragon Ball thing out.
My
It's
one
really
problem.
good.
I had a problem with the thing with the GoPro one.
Okay.
What, his voice?
No, it was.
Okay.
It was.
I love the bridge
it was-
voice.
Yeah, it was the guy who does the abridge. I can't think of his name right now, but every other voice sucked major dicks.
Yeah, but that's
What are you doing here? And it's like, why aren't you? You're not even trying. Superman, it was like, hello, Goku. How are you? Here is the Dragon Ball.
that's because they could only get the one dude to do the voices.
He did all the voices.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
No, he just
No, it
did.
was the actual people saying.
Yeah, it was the actual people in the video doing the
The
rest
only
of
one
it.
dubbed over was Goku.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fine, but I mean, get people who can act.
I mean, it's a fan-made thing, dude.
True,
it's
yeah.
just fans. It's like if we were to do it.
Everything else was cool. Just get some people who can act. Just saying.
Just
saying.
I think it'll be a little better with the other Dragon Ball one that came out. And
Oh,
the
I'm
one
sure
I'm
it will
talking
be.
about, you guys should look
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
It's called oh my god, the
Light of Hope.
They've been
The
talking-
Light of Hope, Dragon Ball
They've been
The Light
talking
of
about
Hope.
it since
It's
like last year.
Not one. I don't think we don't think, but it might. It takes place during the future Trunks movie, so with future Gohan, with the androids in the future and stuff. The other timeline. We're thinking that it's going to show like a bunch of the fighting that happened before the movie and the stuff that doesn't show in the movie. Because if you're looking at it, Trunks, the character that they pick, looks a little younger than the Trunks in the actual movie.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up with, in a perfect world, this series would end up with, spoiler alert for this very old movie. Drew doesn't care. Future Gohan does die. I think it's gonna end up him dying.
Well, does he-
Trunks goes Super Saiyan.
He at least keeps both arms, right?
No. Loses an arm, then dies. Trunks goes Super Saiyan. And I think they're going to have all that happen. And then, in a perfect world, Trunks goes to the other timeline in this series and meets all the characters.
That'd be cool.
But in a way, I think it won't happen because making Piccolo is going to be crazy hard. Making Cell is going to be crazy hard. I don't know
would
if
be
they got the
crazy.
budget for that.
Maybe they will after this. Maybe someone will pick it up. Maybe.
I do have to warn you before you guys go watch it. If you've seen the Power Rangers thing, this is not that. This is not that sort of budget. It is really awesome. It's amazing, but you can tell that the other one clearly has
Let's say
people
this,
that know
remember
what they're
when-
doing behind it.
You remember when Nigahiga make his live action Naruto?
It's better than that.
It's better than that, so okay, then that was
It's
great.
in between that and the Power Ranger one.
Okay, then
So
yeah, I got
here's
good
what it
hopes.
is. It's the best that a fan can do. The
All
other
right.
one doesn't look like something fan made.
A rich
so.
fan, probably, too. Which, good job, by the way. I think something that'd be really cool with it is if, like, they got all the way through it, got to where the movie kind of teeters off and shows a little farther. Because I don't think Trunks that movie ends and then goes back to the past. Because he's been fighting them for a while when he goes back to the past. They talk about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll show a little bit of that. Then he'll go to the past. Then, since it'd be hard to do all those different characters, do a thing that says like a few years later, and then have him come back to end the series
I
and
wouldn't
do the rape scene of him destroying the androids.
I wouldn't be okay with that because if they're gonna have him go to the past and then not show it, I'm gonna be mad because I want to see Goku. I want to see Vegeta. Like I'm gonna want to see all these characters if they're gonna tease that he's going to the past.
True.
Right.
But
So much commitment into that show. They had the make things. You could definitely tell. And then they had to I pointed out they had to
make things.
Yeah,
They had to make.
they had to
things.
hand draw their own blueprints for the time machine to put in the background.
Okay,
That's
so
commitment.
speaking of Dragon Ball, I've been playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse
I haven't
recently.
really played it yet.
And you're going to get to play it in a little bit, but I want to tell people that have not played it a little bit about the game, and you can make your decision on whether you want to buy it or not. First of all, if you guys don't know, Dragon Ball games are a lot like Call of Duty. You're not like, what are you talking about?
They're
What I
first-person
mean
shooters.
is, if you don't know, Dragon Ball games actually aren't all made by one company. They're published by the same people, but they're actually made by two different developing teams. So
yeah, just like Call of Duty with Treyarch.
yeah, there's two different development teams. The development team that made Xenoverse is the team that made the original Budokai trilogy, not Tenkaichi,
Thank you.
Budokai, and Burst Limit. So these guys have never done a 3D Dragon Ball game before.
Huh?
And for their first one,
Do you think they nailed it?
they nailed it for their first one. Now, if this would have been the other team that's done Tenkaichi and Raging Blast, that's the second team, and they'll have their game next year. I'm very excited for that
Then
one.
who does-
Then this would have been a failure.
Oh, okay.
So it depends what team we're looking at here.
Who does Budokai Tenkaichi?
That's what
That's
it's
the second team.
Oh, okay.
Tenkaichi is not its own thing. It's when we say Tenkaichi, we're talking about Budokai.
Okay, I just
Tenkaichi.
make sure. Again,
I'm not
best
talking about Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Yeah, that was actually
Oh,
that team.
yeah.
But I don't know. They effed up.
the ones that did Raging Blast. To be honest, Raging Blast isn't horrible.
No, Raging Blast is a great game.
Raging Blast.
No,
and
nobody's
2
saying Raging
1 and
Blast
2
is a
are
bad
great.
game.
They just don't have a big roster. That's the one flaw with Raging
Yeah,
Blast 1 and 2 is
literally
their
the
roster.
only straight up bad Dragon Ball game is Ultimate Tenkaichi.
I don't really like Burst Limit.
I think
It
Burst
has
Limit.
a huge character list, but it's not very good.
No, Burst Limit is a great game. I think a lot of people's problems with it is it's the game that followed Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah.
That's what you played after Tenkaichi 3, and it's like, well, F this.
Because the best game is definitely
I'm
Budokai
not a
Tenkaichi
huge
3.
fan of
Punch.
Infinite, World.
World. I'm not. It's not terrible. It's
That's
just
this team that did Xenoverse.
Really?
Did Infinite World.
well. I think they took what they did right in Infinite World, which is like the open world running around thing, and then just made it absolutely fantastic in Xenoverse. I don't know why I'm pointing over there.
So, as the only one that's played Xenoverse extensively at this point, I gotta say, it's a really good game. It is without a doubt the best single-player experience you'll ever have with a Dragon Ball game up to this point.
And I've had some pretty good single player
Yeah,
experience.
to be honest, all of my Dragon Ball games, my best moments are playing with another person.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is one of those games where you actually get to sit down and play it yourself, because if you don't know, Nate, I don't know how much you watch. There's actually a hub city. You run around like.
Yeah, I just saw some fights on a stream.
Oh no, there's a place you run around in. There's a huge online community. It almost feels like an MMO. When I went into the online, there were other players running around
I'm gonna go
with
home.
me. You can
I'm gonna buy
chat.
this on my way home. It sounds
It's,
awesome.
gonna get it.
it's pretty
on my
awesome.
way home,
Nice.
probably.
The battle system is really good when you get used to it. Battling online is great. Honestly, everything about it's done really well, other than I'm a little mad that the character roster is only 40 characters, 41.
really?
But it's okay because you can create your own character, and
Which they did in Ultimate Tenkaichi.
but it's so much better here.
Okay.
And you have so much variety in creating your own character. And the best part about it is
yeah.
you can give your own character any moves throughout the entire series. They can learn any what's the word I'm looking for? Mismatch of.
Match set?
They can learn
Mix
any
match?
different what you just said
Mix match.
of moves in one character. So you
Like
can
I said,
have
you
they
can
can do like special beam cannon,
You could do
and then
that.
like I don't
And
know.
then like Misenko.
Okay, well, as the only one that's owned and played through all of Ultimate Tenkaichi,
I also own and played through all of
yeah.
Tenkaichi.
My guy knows instantaneous
Instant transmission.
instant transmission Kamehameha, then Hell Zone grenade.
See, okay, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's different than that. It's the same thing. It's just more. It's deeper.
Okay,
It's much more
And
extensive.
it's not just all reaction commands. You can sit there.
right.
I'm just talking about the character
build.
creation.
Yeah, same.
Right.
It's much deeper. You can do much more
Right.
races.
I think they could have done
Like,
lot
I'm a
better with
Majin.
it. What?
I'm a freaking Majin.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, how awesome is that?
That's
you can be a
pretty
Frieza race.
But
Like-
they don't have they don't have a name. They're just Frieza race.
It's really extensive.
Are we about there?
God damn it.
Hold on, I'm trying to check the time. My things are coming on. Oh man. Yeah, we're about there. Okay.
Well, I got one thing to say. Something that they really did fuck up on.
I got something else to say about it. That's pretty deep. But what did you want to say really quick?
Then why thing's not deep is they fucked up that intro. That
I
intro
don't.
was
Oh,
garbage.
the intro video.
Yeah, that intro.
Yeah,
was
it's not good
garbage.
compared to.
I
I need
still
to
gotta
show you
watch it.
Tenkaichi 1's intro. Have you seen Tenkaichi 1's intro?
I'm sure I have.
I think it's one of the best. Dakota's never seen it. I want to show it to him sometime.
I've
But
played all the games.
okay.
Okay.
Right here, bro. What's up? Did you like Budokai, the original Budokais?
Dude, punch, kick, energy? Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if Dakota could get into it because it's the fighting system from Infinite World, but Infinite Worlds was much harder than the original Budokais.
I remember growing up on Budokai.
So
and
good. I use Zanku Fist all the time, but they made an HD collection of that series, and I kind of want to get it. But
Yeah, that sounds good.
I didn't want to get it at first because I was just mad it wasn't Tenkaichi. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about, and I told Nate a little bit about this. I'm sorry, Drew. It's like falling asleep. He doesn't know Dragon Ball.
We'll get
into stuff where he can talk.
after the break.
The last thing I did want to say, and this is going to be a big disappointment for Dakota, the local multiplayer is garbage.
For
Xenoverse.
darn, I really wanted to use it.
He really wanted to fight
I
me.
really wanted. Actually, I could have gone on into the online thing with that to fight with you guys.
Local multiplayer.
Local.
Split
So
screen.
you and me fighting.
Yeah, us sitting in a house playing
So
is
wait.
garbage.
Really?
Now, let me explain to you what it is. There's all these awesome maps. Local multiplayer, you can only use World Tournament Stage. You cannot switch it.
And it's not split screen.
It's not split screen. It's both of us on one screen. It zooms out. You're not locked to like 2D. You can move around and everything, but it's one screen that zooms out. It's actually fine on the map that they did it on, and I think that's why you have to use that map is because they chose to not go split screen, which was stupid. And I'm really mad about this because this is just it's more showing that people just don't care about local multiplayer anymore these days. It's all online because the online is fine. You can do any map, anything you want to do.
Is it split screen?
Online wouldn't need to be split screen because
It's
you're
one
on your
player
own.
only.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome. 2
It's-
team, 3-person attack
Yeah.
on each team.
Local, you can only have one character each. Online, you can have co-op.
4, right?
No, it's 3 people on each
Oh,
team.
3, okay.
Co-op, 3 people on each team, so you can have 6 people in there battling it out.
And you can use your
Battle
personal
Royale.
character.
Yeah, and you can use your personal character.
Which,
So basically what I'm saying is we all need to get Dragon Ball Xenoverse so we can play it online because I bet it's going to be like
What
the
system
best
did you get it
online
for?
experience that Dakota's
What
ever
system
had.
do you think?
I had to get it for PS3.
you suck.
I don't have a PS4. What am I supposed to do?
I'm just messing with you.
And
So
you
we
need
don't-
to. I don't know if we can connect. I don't know if it's cross
I don't think
system.
we can.
You need to
I
get
don't think
it.
there's any game.
Dude, when I get a PS4, I may upgrade the game to PS4
Okay.
because it is a little frame ratey on PS3. You can tell this was meant for PS4.
Oh, okay.
But with that, I've talked extensively. We're gonna go on to something where we can all talk, and we're gonna take a break really quick.
Thank
Be
you.
right back.
Okay, guys. Welcome back with that hilarious joke Nate told.
Oh,
We're
what
gonna,
an intro.
Okay.
We're gonna
Starting it off
force
with a bang.
Drew to talk a lot this time, so get up here, Drew. Say hi to people.
I'm not Drew.
I've been here.
I know, but we want you to talk because you
I don't
said
think
you shouldn't have even
I think
come
you
to this
said
podcast.
2 words in that last section.
I don't know anything about what you guys are talking about, but hey guys, how you doing?
How you
So
been?
what are we talking about this time, Drew?
Talk about.
You guys tell me what we're talking about.
We
just
just
did.
mentioned it.
I wasn't listening.
It starts with a C.
Convention. The convention we went to.
What convention did we go to?
Milwaukee, Anime Milwaukee. We were at AMKE.
Where did that take place?
Not Milwaukee.
What state's that in?
Wisconsin.
So okay,
Did you
Drew,
have a good time?
Yeah, we want you to
I
go
had
first.
a really good time.
Tell
I
us about
enjoyed
it.
Tell us your con.
What did you think of
Experience.
Anime Milwaukee for your first time ever being there?
I
keep forgetting
thought.
you didn't go last year.
Did you go last year?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not either.
I did.
Right.
It was White Drew.
It was
Yeah.
White Drew.
Yeah, we don't like
All right, I keep interrupting. My bad.
I'm sorry, White Drew, if you listen. If you probably not. But anyway.
No, we don't not like him. It's just like at a con, like I'm used to having my bros there, and I'm like, who this dude?
Who it is? I got you. But anyway, I thought the hotel and the convention center was awesome, perfect fit. I didn't feel crowded, except for in that line.
But,
Oh yeah.
Well, just looking at the line, really, the line was crowded. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But the line. Why am I talking about the line? I keep wanting to talk about the line.
This line, man, it got Drew.
The hotel was
right here.
The hotel was beautiful. Like Cody said in his video, it was dark, so it was hard to take pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, unless you
I
got like a
wish it was better lighting in there. The game room, awesome. I know Dakota was a huge fan.
best
of the
game room, man. It was so
amazing.
good.
It was really good. There was stuff in there for everybody, and they had a great system.
Oh,
working.
that system was perfect.
No
I'll talk
problems
about
or
it in a minute.
anything, and I didn't have to wait on anything. I wish you would have had a rock band. We saw some guitars and stuff.
We
but I
kind of
didn't
need to
see-
talk about that really fast.
Go ahead.
I know we're not a games podcast, but you guys,
Hear about the new guitar?
you've heard that
I did.
Rock
see that.
Band and Guitar Hero are both coming back,
Really?
and
I
Guitar
heard
Hero
about
is
that.
coming out this year.
I did hear about that.
I
I
saw
thought
you.
they were just
Didn't you
done
repost
with
something
Guitar
or
Hero.
something like that?
I
honestly-
know, right?
they
They're
haven't put a
bringing
new-
it back, man.
When was the last time a
I'm
guitar came
excited,
out?
but
Who's
I'm
doing
excited.
it? Activision?
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'll definitely play it, but I mean, I'm not like, yes!
I'm excited.
I'm really
about it.
excited.
to see what
I
that's
think I
going
had
to
my
look like.
I had my fun with Guitar
more
Hero.
excited
I'm
about-
not mad that they're making another. That's great. I'll play it, but I mean, I'm not like still.
Bro, just you wait. You're gonna get in here. I'm gonna have the drum set up. I'm gonna have a guitar.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Rock Band.
really,
You know the Guitar Hero's got the drums and guitar now.
I did not know that.
really,
They've had that for,
since
like,
I had the
2007.
drum for Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I've
You never played Guitar Hero 5? That was the
There's
best
a
guitar.
5?
That's the best Guitar Hero game.
Where have you
It
been?
is so
What?
I
good.
stopped buying
World
Guitar
Tour?
Hero after 3.
Bro, Guitar Hero 5
And
got
there was
all the
World Tour
instruments.
and 5.
You can have freaking.
World
you can have
Tour
like
did it
5
first.
people playing at once. No, but what was awesome about 5 was the quick play. Literally on the menu, you just press the green button on the guitar, and you don't have to go into any menus. You can just go into party play, and it just plays through all the songs, and all your friends just get together and play.
It was awesome.
It's amazing.
Oh.
And that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully not in here because it's really crowded.
On stream.
But somewhere on stream.
On stream.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
heck
Double
yeah.
Guitar Hero.
And we're just, dude, it's gonna be so much.
Dude,
fun.
my
We're
face get
gonna
on
we're
the
gonna have to
drum, dude.
effing find room and bring it to cons. Have it up in the room between events. We might need to play some guitar. We don't even need their game room.
That'd be so tight.
I wouldn't even go to the con.
Get that rubber band off your head,
That was
bro.
awesome.
So go on about the con, Drew. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I'm glad you said something about it because I remember you put. Did you repost it or
Yeah,
something?
I reposted
That's
it.
where I saw that.
They're saying we'll probably see something about it at E3.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, like I said, hotel was good, beautiful. The Maid Cafe was a nice treat. I won't I mean, it's something you just go up there and do it one time. It's not something you go up there every time. You know.
I'll go up there
It was
every
really
time.
cool. Actually, speaking
Well,
of the
then
main
their
cafe,
menu
though,
wasn't that.
I'll
It
go up
was
there
on,
just
I
for
feel
the
like
view.
it was just for snacks.
I'll
It'd
go
be
up there
nice to
just
have
for the
some
view, man.
food up there.
He means the. Do you mean the?
He means
view
the view,
or the
not
maids?
the
I mean,
view.
the view.
Okay, that's what
He
was
means
trying to
the
clear up.
The Milwaukee is a beautiful city.
I
It
do
is a
want to say
beautiful
really
city.
quick while Drew's going on about this that the May Cafe in Milwaukee compared to the May Cafe at Crossroads,
It was a Maid Cafe.
We didn't even
yeah,
go.
we
in.
didn't go. But first of all, it cost too much.
It cost
$15 for ramen and a ramene.
when you could get that free at Crossroads all weekend.
What?
Not at Crossroads. But,
That's Midwest.
Oh, Crossroads. My bad.
I don't want to put down the cafe. I'm sure it was awesome. I heard the dancing's really cool. I did get yelled at there for trying to record the maids in the hallway
Really?
dancing. Yeah, they came up and said "Sumimasen, sir. You must pay to go to the maid cafe if you wish to record the maids."
Then why aren't they out there dancing? Of
That's
course
what
people
I'm
are gonna be
saying.
out there recording.
It was the same maid.
The hallway's
It was
free.
the same maid cafe that was at Connaught Elite, and they let me record them there. The hallway's free. And then they let me record them at opening ceremonies. I can record them there without paying, but I can't. Record
And
them
at the
in hallway.
masquerade.
Yeah, stupid. But what I wanted to say was I feel bad for that May Cafe because they don't have the awesome upstairs restaurant to take over to make the
That
May
spins.
Cafe. That's just so cool.
It was cool.
So what else did you like from Milwaukee?
I thought the rave was really good.
Yeah,
And then
you got
those-
to go on stage.
Yeah,
all
that was
did.
nice going backstage.
Was that
Shout
your
out
first
Jeff
time?
Ito.
I lost all my
Yes.
footage.
No, that wasn't my first time being on stage. I was on at IkasuCon.
You were on stage a little bit.
At IkasuCon, yeah.
Being on
But I
stage
didn't
is
record or
awesome. I got
anything.
people hyped when I was on stage. They were like,
Yeah,
pointing at me,
same
I started
here.
telling them to throw their hands up, and they were like, ah!
Hands up.
Playing
My song, then we're gonna get copyright.
Oh my god, kind of speaking of that, I was humming Pon Pon at Crossroads and someone commented, they put the timestamp to where I was humming it and they were like, glad YouTube didn't hit you with copyright on that one.
I was there. We were both doing it, weren't we?
No, it was just me.
Oh.
But they were like, I'm glad YouTube didn't hit you with copyright on
Would
that
they
one.
really hit you with copyright for humming the song?
No.
If you
They were-
do it
they were
accurately
joking.
enough,
They
to be
didn't.
honest.
No, they won't.
Oh, really?
There's actually you can put your video under cover, like as a cover. But anyway,
That's true.
it's a new option for people to do covers.
What did Nate think of?
Well, hold up. I
Oh.
wanted to. We talked the entire time the first time. Drew,
Okay.
what did you think it was? Better or worse than ASIN?
I think
Compare it to
I
ASIN.
can't. I can't remember ASIN.
It's because you were asleep the whole time.
Dude, it wasn't even asleep. I slept. I had to take breaks,
It
dude.
wasn't even
ASIN was
ASIN gets you.
so
does get you.
strong. It was very overpowering. I
I
would
would-
love to
It's
go
like
this
that
year.
Jameson, huh?
I wish we could.
It's the Jameson of cons.
No,
No,
that's
it's
Monterey.
no, it's like the Jameson of the cons.
Yes, it was
Too
just
much.
too much. It was too
Tastes
much.
like oil, cologne.
Shut up. I
Cologne.
like Jameson.
Jameson.
Um,
You don't even know what whiskey tastes like. It does
I'm going off what Drew
Tastes
said.
like-
I'm
it does
enticing
I
Drew.
was about to say
Tastes like
whiskey
cologne.
does taste like oil. Don't drink whiskey. I hate whiskey so much.
That's all I have.
At least Jameson.
I'm gonna be a guy.
You guys mean apple juice, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say on Deja Vu's channel. Whenever they're talking about drinking, they're like, "We got our apple juice."
Why?
And they always call it apple juice. And they'll be like, "I just had too much apple juice yesterday." For the kids, I guess.
I've
I
got
don't
bad
know.
diarrhea.
diarrhea. What does that have to do
Diarrhea?
with drinking?
Apples
Drinking
give you
apple
diarrhea.
juice. Because
Really?
when you eat a ton of apples, like if you eat too much or drink too much apple juice, it actually does cause.
I thought that was grapes.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know about grapes. It might.
You know what? That's
Um,
anything. You eat too much anything, you have diarrhea.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Moderation, folks.
You eat too
Don't drink an entire thing of like buffalo sauce.
Did you
Trust
do that
me.
once?
Did you really do that?
No, obviously I did not. Why would I be dumb enough?
I would-
love buffalo sauce.
I could see
Go,
you
go,
do.
go, go, go.
I could
I
see
could
you
see
doing
This
it.
is
you
good.
I could
It-
see you at least like taking like a
This is a
sip of
spicy
it.
one right here.
As much as I could see you being like, I wonder what it tastes like to drink it, and just that was a terrible idea.
If I'm gonna drink a sauce, I'm gonna drink a Carolina Reaper pepper sauce.
Oh jeez.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm recording
I'll
it.
probably die.
No, you said it. You have to.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm so salty. Our next
Um,
con is so far away, dude.
Yeah.
This gives you time to save up.
Hey, go to Comic Con with us.
Oh, yeah,
first. It's
Comic-Con.
just Saturday.
Yeah.
Just
When?
They got
13th.
snapbacks at that one.
14th.
Yeah, the 14th.
They got like the superhero snapbacks.
I'm taking my cousin Brittany wants to go. Taking my younger sister Jada for her first con.
You should really go, man. Just check
I'm really
it out.
glad my other group of
Like
friends
it's
are
not gonna
coming.
be like an anime con, but
My other group
they
of
have a
friends-
really good
Tommy.
dealer's room.
Tommy.
Like they've got good shirts.
I wouldn't
and
be able to
good
hang out with you guys
Stuff
'cause
that
of Jada.
honestly you would like. They
We got,
got
like, 7
lanyards like
conversations
crazy.
going
For
on.
real.
Are we driving we're driving these listeners crazy. They're like, I don't know who to listen to.
Me. But I'll go on.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to that. See how bad it sounds.
I'll go on about Milwaukee.
Dakota's losing his mind.
I really liked Milwaukee, even though, like, to be honest, we didn't really go to anyone. We went to the panels. Panels were cool.
The only panel that sticks out in my mind at Milwaukee is the YouTube panel.
Well,
Is that the one we went to?
Combat? No. We
Combat chest.
Okay, combat chest.
Combat
Combat chest.
Yeah,
Uh,
combat chest.
was good. But, like, we didn't go see Spike Spiegel again. And,
That's Steve Blum.
yeah.
It's a bigger con. Well, also, like I said in my review, I felt like the guest list was weak
It was.
It was very.
I think
for a
like,
con that size.
Steve Blum and
Eric Menendez were the only two I was looking
with
forward to.
Steam.
Tatum was there.
Is it Bloom?
Mm-hmm. Tatum was there, but like we couldn't get into any of that stuff.
Tatum's line was
To be honest,
ridiculous.
I think the guests were actually strong, but in some of your guys' eyes, it isn't because we don't really like Steve.
No. I like Steve Bloom.
No, we like Steve. we
What
don't
I'm
like-
saying, the reason I'm saying it wasn't strong is because you should look at their guest list from last year.
I remember that.
Okay.
Like
I remember you telling me.
they've got the guests they have are good. It's just last year they had like 10 effing guests that were quality,
Okay.
and tons of people come, and they stepped down this year. It wasn't.
Well, they
Same
had
with Crossroads this year.
Yeah, let's actually move into Crossroads. We talked enough about Milwaukee.
Okay.
Sorry, Nate. Crossroads guest list was much worse.
Was it?
They got Greg Ayers and
Nah,
Lauren Landa, and that's
Landa.
pretty much it.
They didn't do their signature freaking panel, which was ask that anime character.
Because they didn't
gone.
have anyone to ask.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing?
What happened?
I got a lot to
They
talk
changed
about in this
ownership.
review. It's gonna get under, spoiler alert, since the review's not out yet, it's gonna get under a 7 for sure.
Yeah, I saw that you put that in your video. It was like, well, I'm gonna be harsher on my grade. And I was like, yes,
Yes!
Too many of them.
Too many high scores.
Yes.
I love the.
It was ever since that Ikatsukan score, when I gave Ikatsukan a 7.
I was like, what?
Okay, question: what was
need to go
worse,
back and get
Katsukan
that.
or this Crossroads?
Ikatsukan for sure.
Katsukan was
Okay.
bad.
No,
Wait.
this Crossroads was not bad.
It was fun.
That's what I gotta say. We had a great time. it just went downhill
Right.
compared to the. And I'm gonna stress that in the video. And someone actually said on one of my videos, they wrote, "Ouch," and I said, "What?" And they said, "The bashing is hard," or something like that. And I was like, "Bashing? What are you talking about?" And they were like, "For the Masquerade, like, I'd love to hear you go more into depth about why you're bashing so
I feel
hard."
like this
on it."
Crossroads review is going to be a little longer.
I've got a lot to talk about. But I was like, I even wrote him, I was like, dude, look, I'm not bashing. That was our initial reactions to the
So Masquerade.
Masquerade. And I actually plan, guys, not two conversations.
Yeah.
I actually plan to maybe throw in footage from last year's Masquerade so that people who are new to it can
Do like
see
a
that this
side-by-side.
did go downhill.
Well,
Last
I
year
heard people
Masquerade was
say,
great.
I met somebody in Katie's panel that was like, this Masquerade was good. Like,
Right.
they got the judging so quick, and like they just did so good at this Masquerade. And I was
You
like,
know why?
they did the judging quick because there's no one.
That Masquerade lasted 45 freaking minutes.
okay, here's the thing: you cannot bash them on the people who entered.
No.
The
cosplayers
cosplayers were fine. You also can't bash them on the amount. They're not. They don't
the
choose
problem?
how many people enter. The problem is the production, the organization was horrible. They didn't have lighting. They didn't turn the lights down
They
and have
didn't
any
have
lighting. They had
music
no
going
They don't
music
have
playing.
any look like. You
It
don't
was
want just.
extremely boring.
Yeah, you don't want just blankness.
It just like okay, Ikasucon is another. It was a smaller con, and so is EvilCon, and they had much better masquerades. They put much more work into it, and the worst part about it is I would let them slide, but this is a 6-year con. This is their 6th year, and their last 2 masquerades, because I went to the last 2 before this, were better than this, like organization wise.
I don't remember 2012's Masquerade.
I do. It was the first one we ever saw.
Was
Ever.
it? Oh yeah, because I do remember that. Because that was the year that I entered the Hall cosplay.
Yeah.
To be honest, there was some awesome cosplay. The reason the judging was so quick is because the awesome cosplay that was there was always much better than the rest.
Yeah.
There were only a few that were just amazing.
But that's not the con's fault. We cannot complain about that.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm saying that's why it was fast.
Here's something. Do you think
It wasn't that hard to decide.
Do you think that we were a little desensitized? Maybe we would have thought this con was better, but literally the weekend before we went to Milwaukee, and that was like a huge con.
No.
I give that an 8.5.
I know how Crossroads runs.
Yeah,
so,
that's why I'm saying no. Because if this was a con I'd never been to before,
Maybe,
possibly.
yeah.
But this was my 4th year at Anime Crossroads.
Same.
And my
I
third.
know we know how Crossroads runs. We know the direction it's been taking, and we can tell if it's fallen off a hill, and it did.
And I think partially is because of new ownership.
Like, I've got a lot of stuff written down that I could go into about why this went
And
off,
then-
but I'd rather save it for the review. Like,
Exactly. We'll
I
stop.
wrote down more for this con than I normally do.
Right.
Because a lot of times I'll just, no game room. Why is there no game room?
No games at all. Last year, at least, there was like
Arcade games.
some arcade
Yeah,
games
there
out
was
in the hall.
nothing.
There was,
And it kind of made me mad because I was walking by and I said, there's no, I was like, what? It's fine.
Just making sure.
I'm watching everything, trust me. I was walking by in the hall and I was like, yeah, there's no game room at this con. And they've got a panel that, have you guys played the Tales games? They're like JRPGs, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of like the Abyss. Okay, well, there was a panel that was all Tales games just set up to play. That was going to be on Saturday for an hour. And I'm walking by and I'm like, there's no game room. And this girl goes, there's going to be one tomorrow. Why are you complaining?
Like she got snippy with you?
Yeah, she was snippy with me and I'm like,
Just a
a
random person in
Tales
the
game.
hallway?
Yeah, all I'm thinking is a Tales game room is not a game room. And it's an hour long. That's not a game room.
The best game room was Stella's panel.
Yeah,
And it was a great panel, to be honest.
it went really well.
Yeah.
But I think, does anyone else want to say anything really quick? We're getting close to the
I
second
had
break.
something, but I forget. No, I said my thing.
Again, Crossroads I always have fun with. It's always my layback con. Like, I know how the weekend's going to go, and I know exactly what I want to do. So Crossroads is basically the con that I like to go to just to chill.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'll definitely go again because it's in my backyard.
And yeah, I met some awesome fans.
Yeah, I'd like to go again. I think that'd be great. Met some cool people.
Oh, I got to meet Corey Wood, the con chair of Milwaukee.
Oh,
week
yeah.
after I went to
The short
Milwaukee.
redhead guy.
So and
Oh, he was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
He was,
really liked my reviews
running
and
a
stuff.
booth.
Did he see your review for
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the newest one?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was really into it. He said he likes what I'm doing.
Nice.
It's pretty
Well, it's
cool.
'cause you
And he
gave it a good
told us
score.
that confirmed Milwaukee is moving to March.
Okay.
And he confirmed that the reason is because he doesn't want it on the Katsucon weekend. He was like, I got to get it off of there.
Yeah,
I was like,
so
yeah,
good.
you
Now
did.
now we can do both.
Yeah, so we'll probably be doing both next year.
Do you think-
Going to Maine and then Milwaukee?
Heck yeah,
Not-
bro.
yeah.
They're not back to back.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're-
Well,
they're
it's like,
a
what,
month
a
apart.
month? That's not a lot.
I can do it.
I just probably won't buy anything in
If you
Milwaukee.
can't do it, go to Katsu, not Milwaukee.
Yeah.
No
definitely.
offense to Milwaukee, but Katsu's like a dream con.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta go
like
to that.
in the top 5 cons.
That's where they
that I
all
wanna
go.
to.
Negri even wins. She never comes to the east.
Yeah, you gotta go to Katsu. So we're gonna take our break because the camera's probably gonna stop recording us because it's stupid. And then we're gonna actually talk about the news and things.
Yeah.
Dakota's got something that's keeping secret.
I gotta go pick up dinner. And I got
Okay,
some-
guys, we're back.
Hey, baby.
This is gonna be the last part. No more breaks. I don't know how long this episode will go or not, but Dakota,
We got two more things to talk about.
it's your show. Take it away.
All right, so we got one piece of news today. We'll come up with
Wait,
an
One Piece? They're making a live action One Piece movie?
I wish.
That'd be tight.
We got one item of news today, and we'll come up with an intro for the news segment eventually. But
New segment.
news seg.
Oh.
But today's news segment comes from.
Oh, if I knew this was... I thought it was just news for you. This is actual news?
This is news.
Oh, if I knew that, we'd have done it at the beginning.
Yeah, I meant to say it, but you were so into the Dragon Ball thing, so I was just
My
like, oh, we'll
bad.
talk about it later.
You should have told me. I thought it was just news for you.
No, this is news for all. That's why I'm saying we can all.
Oh,
you know
okay,
about this.
what-
I talked about this
I
yesterday.
forget. What's the news?
Well, everybody knows the show Law and Order.
Oh, yeah! Okay.
So,
Which
Law and
one?
Order SVU.
That's for you.
Oh, I see.
So,
My favorite.
this is kind of old, but I wanted
Only
to
good
talk.
one.
The next two things we got to talk about are kind of old and probably been talked about a lot, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about them.
Yeah, we're interpreting this news. We're
Yeah.
not breaking it.
Yeah. But, so the newest, the section I'm reading, this is the thing I saw on Facebook, I found it. It's a new episode of Law and Order SVU focuses on otaku culture.
Hey,
Hey, that's us!
we're gonna kill
you, Drew.
people.
We'll
That's
talk-
probably what they're gonna
we'll talk
depict.
about
I'm otaku.
Do you like anime and games and stuff? You're an otaku.
No, you're a neat.
He's not a neat.
That was a joke.
Do you know what a neat is?
Yeah, one
Okay.
that stays home and does nothing. Has no
Has
job.
no job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so they focus on otaku culture, and it says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, there's a lot, but it says, the most recent episode of the NBC drama, Law and Order drama, touched, the episode is called Lolly Convict.
Lolly convict. Oh, so
They're gonna
lolly
depict
like
this so wrong.
little girls. Do you know
They
what a lolly
depicted it
is?
wrong?
They're going to.
Do you know what a lolly is?
No.
Lolly's the term for
That's all one word, by the way.
a little girl in anime, like a girl that looks young.
Are they about to make anime look bad?
Konata would be a good from Lucky Star would be a good lolly character.
That's
Okay,
a great
anyway,
thing to tell
Shush,
Drew 'cause he's
shush.
seen it.
So the episode takes detectives to an anime convention
No,
where
I
they
was talking
attend
They went to an anime convention?
a boring panel discussion on the topic. I guess this is a quote. It says, "What the hell is moe anyway?"
They talk about that in
I
there?
guess. And to several basements packed to rafters with idol figures and
Basements.
I guess this like in the episode they go to a con. Then it's talking about stuff they
I'm
discuss.
not
in
Basically,
excited
the
they're
about
making a
this.
con sound like a freaking
Yeah,
downer.
what's moe? They say, and then I guess they go to a basement packed with rafters with idol figures and dakimakura.
What's that?
I'm not.
They're gonna. To be honest,
Shush, shush, shush. What is a documentary?
I have no idea.
I
Actually.
thought you was about to say it was one of those.
Throughout the episode, they crack down on otaku and the recent moe
they're gonna
phenomenon
make us crazy.
that's been happening. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to find points to read. Should have done this earlier. It said, anyway, here's what it says. Oh, Agent Tutula, which I think is Ice-T's character,
It is.
Yeah.
apprehends the one otaku early in the episode and uncovers his harem of wives, known as waifu.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like I said,
And before remarking that the man's waifu
keep things
were
done.
shit. And now, here's where it gets to us. While many members of the anime community criticize the episode for being inaccurately portraying anime fans, and I agree, as sexual, deviant, misogynistic, polygamist, socially inept criminal weirdos, which is apparently how it is, and I don't even need to see the
So
episode.
the episode's already out?
Yes.
It's
I don't-
Law and Order episode. If they're at a freaking con, something messed up.
But I don't
happened.
need to see the episode to
To
know
know, yeah,
that
they're
they're
making
bashing
it
the
back.
community.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
The writing staff insists that the episode was carefully researched, calling it now bullshit. One of the writers says, "Our writers spent hours poring over Anitwitter, they went to several major anime websites in order to make the episode as believable as possible." I don't doubt that the episode's
Well, they do go to
believable.
Tumblr.
I don't doubt that the episode's believable, but
Okay, here's the first big problem.
make
You
anything,
don't.
good acting. You can make anything believable. I can make cheese. I could tell you that a piece of cheese is George
Okay, but
Washington.
they're pulling out something that could happen anywhere. And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hosting it at a freaking convention.
Well, no, the big problem right here is that anime, looking at it online, is the dumbest thing you can do because anime gets put into so many memes talking about lollies and waifus, and it's all jokes to us.
And shipping.
Because we get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it. They see like a meme that's talking about like a lolly and like something sexual with it. To us, it's a joke. Nobody's taking that serious. None of us are perverts who want to have sex with little girls. But to them, because they don't understand the joke, they read it and they say we put in all this research, but they don't get it. So they read it and they're just like, "Oh, that's so sexual."
They needed
that
to bring in
deviance."
they need to bring in
A-
an expert. Now, when I say expert, I mean someone that is known throughout the anime community.
Someone known in the industry
Well,
who knows what the F
someone
this is
from
all
maybe
about.
Funimation or another company, someone that would be able to depict it well. Because, to be honest, voice actors are experts on this because they get the weird side and they get the good side, and they understand that it's not all weird.
Sure, there are weird people, but
Yeah.
just because, like, okay, first of all, they don't even understand the concept of a waifu.
They don't.
First of all, because a waifu is not something like, oh, I'm some sexual deviant, I want to go have sex with these anime characters. It's a joke. Honestly, you're playing around. It's like, oh, this character's cool. That's my waifu.
It's just the same as like me saying I wish I was married to Angelina Jolie. Or,
Yeah, it's the same
or
thing
someone
just
like
for
that.
anime characters. Like, none of us are like, oh, I need that character. I'm
No,
gonna,
it's
I'm gonna
funny.
like dress someone up and rape them as that character.
Yeah.
Like, it is no.
The fact that they're saying they research, I don't doubt they
man.
poured in research to episodes, but what sites are they looking at? What are they what are they typing in on Google or whatever? Are they typing in Moe anime fans, or are they just typing
Probably
in
lolly.
Or are they just typing in anime fans? And they're doing image searching, and I don't doubt again
I'm
that
sure
there's
they
been
found some stuff that
there's
looks weird.
there's
Guaranteed.
definitely weirdos out there,
Of
but
course.
for them to be
That's for everything.
but for them to portray all anime, to do an episode like that, and then like portray all anime fans like that, I think there's a bigger thing going on that I don't want to get into.
Let's get into it.
All right, I think there's a lot of not to be like conspiracy theory. Just I think there's a lot of influence from like bigger ups that are trying to keep the Japanese stuff out of the country and make parents who watch Law and Order
Fear.
tell their kids, oh, don't be watching that anime crap. It'll melt your mind and turn you into a pedophile.
I mean, it's
You know,
the
I
same
think
as everything that's getting
like-
it's new and starts getting big. Rock and roll was the same way. And I'm not comparing anime to rock and roll, but when rock and roll was new and just starting to get big, it melts your mind, makes you do drugs, makes you kill people, stuff like that.
Video
I
games
can't-
are the same concept.
I can't stand this effing idea that anime is for perverts.
Like,
I don't
remember what
understand
CNN
that.
did? You remember what CNN did?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. CNN.
I didn't hear
Okay,
it.
but like we've all said this on Agreed on the podcast before, when we are hesitant to admit, I mean, we're not saying that we're hesitant, but you don't go out and find people like you said at work. You probably know one person at your job other than you that watches anime, and their first instinct, and the people who don't watch anime is like, ooh, you watch that anime stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like all of you guys are so freaking closed-minded that you can't even, and it's, anime is, I'm getting worked up. I'm getting
Anime-
Get
That
worked up.
makes-
Get
it
worked up.
It makes me really angry.
It really upsets me. And then for Law and Order to do that, I'm not bashing
Did
Law
you
and
hear
Order.
about
'cause
the
I'm Law and
CNN
Order.
thing?
What was
I'll,
the CNN thing?
tell me about that in a minute. But I'm just like, I don't know what to say, bro. That's just really it's pathetic. And then it's self. I can't word. I wish I had
I can't
better
word.
vocabulary right now, because I would be dropping the Webster on you right now.
Are you,
but-
so you're saying like we're self-expressive using
yeah,
it?
no, I'm just
Yeah.
saying the word. I'm trying to think of a word for what they're doing. I don't know, but it's
They
just
stereotype.
they're brainwashed.
They
They're
stereotype.
stereotyping us.
brainwashing the adults, trying to make them. Again, it comes down to what we went to talk about. CNN did something similar.
They were in Japan.
They went to Japan into a manga shop.
Yeah, you guys
trying
told me
to
about that, I
prove
remember.
that anime was not
Perverted.
for perverted and pedophiles.
And
They
they
just go to the
blurred-
hentai section.
No. Much worse. They literally went to normal anime, perfectly fine, our normal manga, blurred out the front of a normal manga.
Which one? Do you know?
I don't know, but it
They
was
blurred
one with
it
like
out.
some girls on it. But there's nothing wrong with it. There just happens to be girls on the front of the manga.
Right.
They're not doing anything wrong. They blur it out to make it look like they're doing a sexual act. And they're like, we find all this stuff all over here. Like,
And
perverts.
didn't you say they were walking around just like, oh, this is so perverted.
Yeah.
So, blah.
Yeah.
Which anime can't be perverted? I'll admit that.
That's.
but
Yeah,
that's
it can.
everything. Look at, I don't mean to throw your guys' thing under, but look at Game of Thrones. I'm sorry.
No,
it's very
Game of Thrones is
perverted.
crazy perverted.
But nobody complains about it because it's not anime.
Mm-hmm.
Horror is
like-
like a second language there.
Yeah, it's honestly, Game of Thrones, I've not seen it, but from what I've heard, it's probably more perverted than your typical anime. Obviously,
It gets
there's,
away
there's
with it.
really perverted
It
anime
gets away with
at
it one
times,
because
but-
it's live action and because it's
A famous book.
and people and yeah, because it's live action, it's a famous book, and because those were the times.
And the other thing that gets me is that
Well, these are the
people
times now.
need to stop looking at anime like it's a genre because it's not. Anime is a medium
Yeah.
for entertainment that has genres within it. It's just like
That's like saying
Anime-
movies is a genre.
yeah, anime is like movies. Anime is like live action TV shows. There's rom-coms, there's normal comedies, there's action,
There's your
there's
50 Shades of
horror. There's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
50
stuff.
Shades of
in
Grey
there.
just came out.
Don't nobody
People-
say anything about that perversion. It's all about dominance and submissiveness
The books,
and sex.
yeah, like it's like when people, you hear people complain, oh man, these guys are watching Game of Thrones and all that. They're only watching it because there's boobs. But yeah, people can go and read Game of Thrones and it's nothing but bondage and sex.
You mean 50 Shades?
That's what I
Yeah.
meant, 50 Shades. But
No, they didn't-
it's
Society's
it's
okay with
double
50
standard.
Shades, but
it's
it's
very
not okay
double
with
standard.
freaking-
We live in a double standard, and I just
We live in a country where younger people, I'm almost inclined to say the majority of younger people, not all of them, but even if they don't watch anime a lot, it's getting to the point where they understand, and they know
part
that
of-
it's part of our culture and it's part of like the world today in America. It's coming up, but
Yeah.
the older people don't get it and are never gonna get it, and they're gonna continue to bash it until they die.
here's
I
my-
hate to say that.
Here's something else going back on my quote conspiracy. Again, it's not actually a conspiracy. I'm not calling it. This is my personal thing. I think it's a lot of those like old people that grew up during like when World War II was still
Oh,
a
yeah.
thing, and the older people are like, oh, that's from Japan. I'll give you. And then you got the higher ups who own the companies or whatever, and they're seeing that all the Japanese media and is coming over, and people are spending money on it and not paying attention to the American media.
And then it just gets
I didn't
to
I didn't mean for this to turn into MSNBC.
Well, it gets to a whole nother point where like America's just unbelievably xenophobic.
Yeah.
And we
Everything
can't
new.
have anything foreign. We can't have.
dude.
There's so many people, like the type of people who bash on anime are the same people who are like, we can only drive American cars and we can only have American made stuff. And it's like, no, there is so much of a world out there.
Mm-hmm.
Open your freaking eyes. America is not the world.
It's the same
We're
people
a
that
big
think
country.
America is still the greatest country in the world, and
I'm not
it's
going to say
not.
America's not the greatest country in the world.
not.
I'm not gonna say it is. I'm not gonna say it's
Yes.
not. But we've not. Here's the thing. What bugs me is the people who've never left this country, who've never gone somewhere else and seen the world and tried other things, and they're just like, "Oh, America's the best.
Everything.
We
I
can't
got
have
everything I
anything from
need
anywhere
here."
else in the world because that's garbage." For some reason, even though it's normal people just like us, they just happen to live somewhere else that makes it. That's garbage. We can't have that because it's not in our country.
Right.
It's stupid.
This all rounds out to the point that everybody needs to. I had a thought.
You can't.
Everybody just needs to chill
The
the F
biggest
out
saying in the world
and-
is you can't knock it till you try it.
Look,
Yeah.
look. Here's the way I feel about it. We're one world, okay?
We are the world.
Forget countries for a second. We're all just humans together. Who cares if anime started in Japan or it started in America. It started somewhere.
If-
What does it matter?
Think about this: if anime had started in America,
It'd be the
if it
coolest thing
started
on earth.
here,
It'd be like the coolest thing ever.
think about like cartoons. What if they started like just regular cartoons? Like say here cartoons are the
SpongeBob.
norm, but what if in Japan anime is the norm? But what if it's reversed? Would think about that?
What would we think of the normal cartoons?
Say
Like,
SpongeBob
be like,
was
oh, that's
great.
so childish.
Well,
Why would you
SpongeBob-
watch that?
To be honest, has a lot of innuendos.
We're not talking about that.
But
Well-
like you could pick up on that as
And in another way, what if cartoons just would have evolved into anime
Yeah.
over time?
Which they were trying to do
They're-
that.
yeah,
Like
they're-
It started to.
Avatar.
Avatar, Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go.
It's funny.
We're getting to the end here, guys. I think we're actually going to take one more break, and then we'll talk about our last topic of news, because we talked way longer about this than I expected. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with
I'm
our
gonna have
last
to watch that.
topic.
Anime people, I mean, their freaking characters look American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
a lot of
They're
times.
not bashing us a freaking American.
The story is like the reason the anime started with big eyes was to make fun of Westerners, right?
I've never heard that. I honestly wish
I've heard that, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That's what
wish
I've
that
heard also.
anime would...
Honestly, I think it'd be hard to draw small eyes.
I wish we could get anime on more TV. Like, get it on TV, start getting it out to people. Because
Which
the
is why
only way people
Toonami
learn
is
about
a saint.
anime now is through the internet. And those old people aren't going to see that.
And Toonami's a saint right now because it's the only show that shows anime.
But Toonami's going to end up getting canceled. They just cut off 2 hours of their block. It's at the worst time slot possible. Of course, the Cartoon Network guys won't give it a good time slot so we can show what anime is.
Like they used to.
We're still on this freaking topic. We're done. We're physically angry about it. I'm sure you guys are probably angry about all of this anime bashing that goes on in America. But luckily, it is getting better. It is growing. So let's just look at that bright side. What's our last topic we're talking about?
Okay, the last topic I wanted to bring up again, something else we want to talk about. We talked on a little bit on our weekday one-up episode, but this I think is a good way because we're getting on a bit of a lighter note.
Yeah, let's get it a little better.
The live-action Zelda series. It's going to be on Netflix.
Now, this isn't anime, but
Oh, no.
it applies.
It applies. It's gaming.
If you like anime, you probably like Zelda.
I mean, in the last podcast we talked about freaking superheroes.
Sorry, make some noises in the mic.
Anyway, so Zelda
I'm looking forward to it.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah, have you heard a
Netflix
lot
has
about
picked
this,
it up,
Jay?
and
I
I
know
think,
nothing.
and it's been
You know
talked about
nothing
by
about this?
everybody.
I haven't been
'cause
on
this is
Netflix in a
news.
while.
You guys, we can't be having separate conversations. What are we talking about?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Zelda.
No, I wanted to know more about it because I haven't. Is it
Same.
supposed to be coming? Do they have a cast?
They're
What's
not
going on?
even. It's literally just in the. It is happening. I think there's been contracts signed.
I've not heard that.
So you're thinking like the
Oh,
next
wait, you
year?
mean just between Netflix and Nintendo?
Yeah, like it
Oh,
is going
so
to
yeah.
happen, but they're literally just in the development stage.
And they're gonna
They're
be
in
okay with
pre-production.
Link not talking? Or
No,
is
no,
he
no,
gonna
no,
talk?
no.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but if I had to guess, Link's gonna talk.
He's going to talk.
And
It's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
have to
weird.
be okay with it. Because, look, it's an adaptation. It's not the game. If you want Zelda as you know it, play the game. But this is an adaptation. It's supposed to be more for anybody who can watch it.
So anybody who can't wrap their heads around it, I don't want Zelda. You can't. Link can't talk. Fuck you.
get over it right now because
Open your mind.
Well, here's the
literally
thing.
do what we just been talking about. Open your mind and let the thing happen.
well, look,
it
listen.
sucks. It sucks.
The reason that Link didn't talk to begin with is because, and probably still continues, is because you're kind of supposed to be Link.
He's an avatar.
Like, yeah, he's an avatar for you, but he can't be an avatar for you in a show. He's got to be a developed character, so they're gonna have to
Yeah.
give him a voice.
I think it's funny. Like, I understand that he's not supposed to talk and stuff, but in Wind Waker, he clearly says, "Come on,"
Oh my gosh,
and
it's just
the people are like, "No, it's some special Hyrulean. He didn't speak." No.
The Hyrulean language is English.
there's gonna be people upset with this show. This can be the best Zelda adaptation that will ever be made, and people are gonna be upset about it because
Yeah.
people have closed minds.
Everyone's gonna be upset with something. You can't please everyone.
Like, always go back to Dragon Ball Evolution. Now, look, yes, that movie didn't turn out great. People were right. But even when it was announced, before there was a cast announcement, before there was a trailer, before anything, people said, oh, this movie's going to suck. and wrote it off immediately.
I was
And
looking
it's like-
forward to it.
I was too, but I saw online everywhere people going, "Nope, not gonna see this. This is BS. Why would you do this?" And
Well,
it's just like,
they did end up being
why?
right, but
yeah, but that
Yeah, I
was
know,
before
it's
they could
beside
have
the
possibly
point.
known.
That's like they're saying they're gonna get the Ghost in the Shell movie's gonna suck.
Hmm.
Speaking of, they're thinking about getting rid of Scarlett Johansson now.
And getting the girl that played Maka? That's her
Maka
name.
from Pacific Rim.
The Asian girl in Pacific Rim.
yes,
I don't.
I said that's who
none
I
of
wanted.
that. None of that has been announced.
I hope
That's
it's true.
That's what fans want.
Oh, I hope that's
And I
true.
hope they don't do it because I want them to stick by their guns, and I don't want fans to be able
Literally.
to push them around.
Nobody knows who that girl is, bro.
Nah, I don't care. I think
Scarlett
she'll do a good
Johansson is
job.
gonna.
Blow that
I'm
movie
sorry.
up.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is gonna bring people to that movie. Whether that girl will be better for the role or not,
Think about
I don't
this.
care because hold on, I want anime to get bigger here. If this movie does good, people will go, "This was an anime-based movie. Maybe it's not so bad."
Well, think about this. If they get someone who's been in things, but people don't really know, they did that with Lord of the Rings. They did that with Star Wars. They were all successful.
Everybody knew. Who's Frodo? What's his name?
Elijah Wood was.
I knew
was
Elijah
the-
Wood.
Elijah Wood was. There were. They're not saying. I'm not saying that. And they did this. They got people that were completely unknown. They got people that had a good acting career, so they didn't. So they knew they didn't suck at acting, but they got people who were not everybody knew about.
Well, look, here's what I'm saying. That I'm not saying that's impossible, but those movies had insane budgets. I don't know the budget on this movie. If this movie, it could do that. It could take someone who's not well known and blow them up, blow up their career, make it awesome. But personally, I'd rather not gamble on that, and I'd put someone like Scarlett Johansson, who you know is going to bring people in, instead of taking the gamble. For the first big anime movie, at least.
I'd rather
Go
have
with the big
someone in the
name.
movie that can act.
Bro, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. We're getting into
We're getting off
something
topic.
different.
Yeah,
She
okay.
can act.
We've talked about it
You
already.
need to actually see other Scarlett Johansson movies other than
Well, what has
Avengers.
that other girl been in? What has that girl been in?
That
I bet
she's
you don't even know
Pacific
her
Rim.
name.
I can't remember her name.
That's
She's
what
been
I'm
in Pacific,
saying.
But she's been in a lot of foreign films.
Like what?
I don't know.
She
I
is a
looked her up
foreign
on
actress.
She's
Is she? Where's
she's from Japan.
She's a Japanese actress.
So she's been
Well,
in
I
a lot of
assume she's
Japanese-
Japanese, but
She was also in that movie with Keanu Reeves.
John Wick.
No. Last
Oh.
movie before that.
Oh,
the
please
samurai
don't tell me
ones.
that.
Samurai one.
She was in that.
Yeah, she was the
Oh.
bad girl.
Bad guy.
But anyway, back
She
to-
was that little.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Zelda.
Dragon.
Let's get back to Zelda.
Who do we want to play Link? What Link do we want? What do we want him to be?
I have an idea.
Kid Link, adult Link?
I have an idea. They said first of all, they said that they're gonna do they want this to be like a family-friendly Game of Thrones, which I completely agree with. I think that'd be great. But the way I'd want them to do the seasons,
Family friendly doesn't mean there'll not be blood.
Just
It just
one
means they're gonna put it toward families.
What
No
about
boobs.
the season?
Yeah, they're not gonna be
I
having
want
sex with
Zelda
each other.
boobies. No, I'm just kidding.
and because I've been watching American Horror Story a lot, this is how I think the season could go. I know you said you don't want them to be based off the game, but I think that's how they would do it.
I don't think that's how they're gonna do it.
I think
at
they
all.
could. Okay, not would, could do it. And if they were gonna do it seasonal,
Each season's a different game.
If each season, and it kind of continues the story. Since the first one in the series is Skyward Sword, start with the Skyward Sword story and then go from there. Okay, you can disagree, but
But let me tell. Is that your whole theory? Can I tell you why?
I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm
That's
saying
what he wants.
that's what I think would be cool.
Is that what you want?
I think it'd be cool. I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying that's something that I think could be possible that they could do it. that
Okay,
way.
it's possible, but the only reason I really hope that they don't do that is because that's opening the door for people to hate on it. If they make it its own story and its own thing, you can't say, then no fans can come in and go, well, that's not how it happened in the game. That's wrong.
True.
Because all you got to do is say, well, it's its own story. It's its own adaptation. If they were to put this out and it's supposed to follow Ocarina of Time and then he does one thing different than what happens in Ocarina of Time, you know how fans are. They're going to blow up on it and not take it serious anymore.
Navi didn't say listen.
Yeah, even if Navi was effing green instead of blue or something, I don't care, but they'll care because people are crazy and overreact to all this kind of stuff. So why I don't want it to follow it.
I'm saying it. One of the reasons I want it to kind of follow is because I would love to see a live action adaptation of Wind Waker.
That would be awesome.
That would
I
be-
think that's the most. I think that and Skyward Sword are the most unlikely ones to happen because they're gonna take a big budget. It's gonna take a lot to happen.
Majora's
The one-
Mask would take
if they're
a big
gonna
budget, too.
recreate it after any of the games, make it follow the story, it's
It'd
gonna be Ocarina.
It's gonna be Ocarina or Twilight Princess. I think.
Yeah,
I think it could be Twilight Princess because it's a little more mature.
yeah.
To be honest,
Miniature's yes.
Wind Waker, I think, and it's hard to say because I haven't played all the way through Wind Waker, but I've beaten Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and then the original Zelda. But it's just so good.
Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my opinion, probably, and I haven't even beat the thing, the best Zelda.
It's the best Zelda for sure.
And
I think.
it did horrible when it came out.
Because people couldn't take how it looked.
Yeah.
Then it came out again on Wii U, and everyone loved it. And then all of us who liked it to begin with were like, told you. Told you it was effing
I've
good.
never even
And
touched
I'm
it.
sorry if you've never played it. It's the most mature Zelda game there is. You're saying, whoa, Twilight Princess, you see how mature that is? Yeah, its look is more mature, but what's actually happening, holy crap, is when does Wind Waker get really mature.
That's probably why they had to make it cartoony. Well, they didn't have to, but I mean, if they would have made something as mature as that game actually is, and then put it in, say, Twilight Princess animation.
Not to say Twilight Princess isn't mature, because it definitely is.
Yeah.
But
like, it would definitely be it would have been like, oh my god, this game is crazy.
yeah. Okay, what do we think we want them to do with Ganon?
Oh,
I think they need to do their own
Bad guy?
manifestation of him.
I
No
think
Ganon?
No, it's still Ganon, but I don't want to see any Ganons that we've seen in the book. I want it to be totally different.
Okay, well, here's my question, though.
What?
Do we want Ganon to look human-esque? Because Ganon is a human.
Yeah.
He just happens to be, like, green. Do we want him to be green, or is that going to look too weird and
I'd be cool
we
with
can
just a
live with
redhead
him?
buff dude.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking if they're
either
gonna,
way would be great.
I'm thinking if they're gonna make him green, don't make it like dark green. Just make it kind of a green tint.
Like a pale
Yeah,
green.
like what they do. He's not.
Or maybe this would be kind of a cool element. You know, this would be something for fans to hate on, but maybe like when he gets angry, he turns green. But like when he's calm and he's
Like
like,
just normal.
but then again, you're getting to like Hulk territory.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Twilight Princess, he
What
does
about-
that. Well,
what
he doesn't
about-
do that, but he transforms a lot.
Instead of just being like always like a green, you can tell like in different like you can see the green always, but in different angles it shimmers a little bit, so you can see it more perfect.
I don't know. The only thing I'll say is if they have him turn into Ganondorf, please don't be CG. Unless you have a high CG budget. But normally CG for TV
I thought Ganondorf
isn't that
was
great.
the.
You got Godzilla budget.
Ganondorf is a human. Did I say turn into Ganondorf?
Yeah.
If he turns into Ganon, please don't CG the crap out of
Is
him.
Ganon the big, like...
Yeah, he's a big monster.
Well, how else would they do it?
I don't know. Well, I'm
A guy
saying
in a suit.
I'm saying don't have him turn into it. If you don't have the budget,
Oh,
I'd rather just see him fight Ganondorf without him turning into Ganon. If you don't have the
If
budget,
it's,
because I don't
if
want
it's
to
on
see
Netflix,
something.
I think the first budget's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
think
is-
the
it
budget's
is-
going to be
serious.
good.
It is
like
Netflix
40.
and Nintendo.
I think the budget will be pretty good. Just be careful.
It'd be really cool if they did have Ganon in. Most of the fight was Ganondorf, and then for like the final hit, for just a few seconds of CG, Ganon.
I'd like to see. I really hope that they take the time to get the Zoras and the Gorons.
Oh,
and
no, yeah, those
get
are
all
gonna
the
be
different
hard to
races
do.
Get
in
Midna
there.
in there.
Midna, I don't think
Minna
Midna be
doesn't
that
have to be
hard.
in there.
I like Midna.
I would love to have
She's
Midna.
in one game.
But I like her.
Well, I'm saying I think we need the different races that are in every game before we need the character that's in one game. You know what I'm saying?
What race
Well,
is she?
You need to play Twilight Princess before I
Link
spoil this for
Link
everybody.
is an elf, right?
Link's an elf.
He's
But
Hyrule.
Ganondorf's a human.
Or
And
an
Zelda
elf.
is an elf or a human.
Dude, I don't effing know.
They're
They're
never
all the same
specific.
race.
Yeah.
They never
Well,
say he's
everybody
an
refers
elf.
to Link as an elf.
They're all
Because of the
Hylian.
ears.
Yeah, they're all
they're
Hylian.
Hylian. They're like an elf breed.
Yeah.
Human elf breed
They're
type race.
they're abominations.
They just got 20 years.
Yeah, pretty much. While we're at it, let's make a Jack and Dexter series. If
Yeah.
we're talking about pointy ears.
I think Jack's hair would look weird in this series.
I want to see Jack fight Link.
I mean,
Link would
That'd be
tear
a cool
him up.
fight,
Yeah,
but
I
that'd
think
be
Link
good.
would
I
tear
think
up
Link would tear
into
him
Jack
up.
with all the guns he's got.
I'm talking about just
You could get
like,
him from a
fighting.
distance.
I think.
Oh, if it's just
Yeah.
hand to hand.
I mean, I feel like if you got a gun, you got a freaking gun. But if it's Jack doing his,
I don't think Jack's not necessarily about hitting. He does weaponry.
man,
I think. Yeah, you know how
I'm
many guns and
Isn't
cars
Link's
and stuff he
shield
has?
supposed to be like indestructible?
His Hylian shield.
Yeah,
His final shield.
that's what I'm saying. So, but put them both in final like everything they've got. So give them. Okay, so
Be an interesting fight.
would it be?
It would be.
So Jack with all of his guns, and then Link with just his regular weapons,
But
or
let's not
Majora's
forget-
Mask Link
He got
with
the
all the
magic.
masks.
But let's also not forget that Jack has Dark Jack and Light Jack.
There's Dark Link.
there's that.
Can he go? Dark Link's a different character. he's
Oh,
not Dark Link.
see, I never
No,
played
Dark Jack and Light Jack are forms that Jack can take,
okay.
and Light Jack makes him invincible.
They're Super Saiyans. Link.
Here's something that I just thought about. What if, like you said, make it its own thing, but then one point, like the series, one point go off and meet some wizard, and like he's discovering who he is, and he explains to him like just kind of a little homage to the whole series.
It's like another form, like
Like you are a reincarnation of many different heroes from the past.
I think they'll bring up a lot of stuff from the games. I
Don't
think
they-
they're going to talk about reincarnation.
They never
maybe.
point that out because, like in the games, they talk about
In the games, they point out that he's reincarnated.
Yeah.
But does Link know that?
He knows.
knows.
In
Accident.
Wind Waker, Ganon tells him that he's a
Okay,
reincarnated.
that's what I thought.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I really hope that at some point in it, some dude just goes, "It's dangerous to go alone."
Take this.
Oh, they'd be crazy to not do that.
Well, they
To do
might
what?
not because it's only in one game.
What game is it?
The very
the
first,
first one.
They'd be crazy to not do that though, because of
It's
how
literally
famous
the
that
first
line
thing
is.
you
Look,
do.
look, don't expect that to happen.
I'm expecting.
I hope it does.
If you're guys are probably going to be really disappointed if you're expecting it to happen. You can't.
Not even in the first episode, just at some point. Like, doesn't even have to give him a sword. It just like it could be some
Random funny
some
thing.
random night given like at in
Like
the
here's an apple.
It's recording.
It's recording.
Weird thing. There's a weird temperature thing. Oh, it's getting hot. It's yelling at me because the camera's hot.
Well then, real quick, you have some night be like, bro, it's dangerous to go on. Take this, and then give him like a torch.
Or like
I don't know.
a potion or something.
I don't know about that reference.
You didn't play
Really, you don't know about
the
that?
original
You've never
game.
played the original game.
In the original game, first thing you do is you spawn in a thing. There's a cave to your right. You go up or left, and you're up in the cave. There's an old man. You walk up the sword, and he says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." And you
That's
grab the sword.
And
And
then
There you
for 25 years, fans have made it a much bigger thing than it
then
is.
it is. But it's,
because you're still kind of going alone.
It's quotable.
Well, I saw a picture that said it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, ... and all of this, and it shows all his items
Yeah.
that he gets. Anyway, guys, that's our show. I really feel like we could be sitting here talking about these different topics literally all day.
Yeah.
All of these topics got to a point where we had to force ourselves to stop.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go watch that Law and Order episode just to see what it's like.
I'm rewatching Lost right now.
Nice.
Are you really? Bro, are
Me
you
and Taylor
serious?
watched 2 episodes last night.
Nice.
From the
Bro,
beginning.
do not drop back off when it starts getting
I'm
weird.
gonna finish it, but
Thank you! You
Oh,
gotta
you
tell us
never
what you
finished
think.
it.
He thought it got weird.
it did get weird.
It does, but not like in a good way.
My friend at work told me today it's terrible. He said it happened. The end of that show happened during the writers' right, so the writers just fucked it up.
No.
That's not true.
No.
He lied to you.
It did, but like
He said it would. No, it was during the writers.
it was.
The ending was perfect.
The ending was a good.
Well, he
ending.
said they fucked the ending up because
That's because
of the
that's
whole
what everybody
strike.
says because everybody can't wrap their minds.
Because no
around
one
it.
effing gets it. Let
Because
us
rather than-
explain the ending to you when it happens, because they're not smart enough
Yeah.
to get it.
Anyway,
No,
that's
that's
our
not
show,
real.
guys.
Yeah,
Remember
I
to point it up.
I think I'll get it because I'm watching it for.
And
I've
thank you all for
watched
listening.
more than half of it already, so
And
I
you
think
watching
I'll
the
pick up stuff.
Well, the thing is that the ending is very anime-esque. It's something that could happen in like animes, and a lot of American people watched it.
Somebody
Don't
told me
watch
that everybody
anime.
dies. Not everybody dies, right?
I'm not gonna tell you what happens.
Okay, thank you. Because I wasn't gonna finish it. if everybody dies.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. We gotta go, guys.
Bye.
Remember to point it up.
See
Stay
you
breezy,
guys.
folks.
Thank you all for listening. You don't have to duck in this one.
I wanted to.
Okay.
No, I just literally did it out of habit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
See you, Drew. Oh, Drew. Hey. Hold on just a second.